Hello, and welcome to a team prep video for my first team that was featured in my round 1 battle in the Uber Battle Festival League that I'm in. And if there's any background noise, I apologize, but yeah. So, this is the team that was featured in my first battle against the Seattle Thunderbirds. Kind of ironic. I just want to point out, it's kind of ironic that the mascot for that team is currently on the screen. So I snapped up the mascot. Kind of feel bad, but at the same time, I'm not. I don't. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. But anyways. So we're gonna be going over why I brought what I brought and what the mindset was behind every mon that was on the team. So here we go. Basically, I want to start off. It's not in the correct order, but bear with me. So Dracula, my Rayquaza. See, I brought him because straight power. And my opponent's team was basically, he didn't have a lot of mons that could really deal with my Rayquaza, in the sense that I wasn't really scared. So mainly I brought this with me because I needed some straight power to just destroy. And he was a great choice because Dragon Ascent, Earthquake, E-Speed. Dragon Dance, didn't really matter. But it was good to have. And it was basically, if I had the chance to set up, I could set up. Against his Breloom. It's great to have had set up on that. Considering, had I done that, had I actually gotten the chance, Rayquaza never saw the light of day in that battle. That's the crazy thing. So imagine the things I could have done. But anyways, my mindset was, if I bring this thing, I have to fully commit. No matter what, I have to commit. And with that thought in mind, I just thought, really the only thing I can do is run Dragon Dance, Dragon Ascent, and just try to go for the kill every single time. That's my main purpose of having brought Rayquaza. And in the end, I'm not gonna say he wasn't needed, because had his Greninja, had the set not been messed up and he actually had Protean, my biggest answer to that would have been Rayquaza. I mean, yes, he would have OHKO'd me with Ice Beam, but had I, in previous turns before such a situation would have happened, I could have set up with Rayquaza, and then I could have taken it out. But in the end, it didn't really, it wasn't necessary. But things could have turned out differently. I'm glad he didn't, but they could have turned out differently. Now for my second mon that I had put on the team originally was Kerninos, my Tapu Bulu. Now see, I brought this was literally nothing on his team scared me to the point where why not bring this thing? Not even his Greninja. And see, with the damage calcs that he had done, it had a chance to 2-hit KO with Ice Beam. So it would have been a stab super effective Ice Beam. And it would have 2-hit KO'd. And his calcs was I had a 252 HP and a 252 special defense with Assault Vest. And it was a 2-hit. Now, I do have the Assault Vest. I have 248 HP and 56 special D. Now, with that, I'm pretty sure I still would have lived. But, who knows? But either way, I have brought this because nothing on his team really scared me to the point where I'm like, ooh, can't bring this thing. I mean, Donphan could have done some work with Ice Shard. What else could the Greninja? Slurpuff, I really don't think it could have done anything to it. Manaphy got destroyed by Tapu Bulu, so I wasn't really worried about the Manaphy. I mean, if you send out a Manaphy water type on the grass type Tapu Bulu, really, I'm just gonna Horn Leech you until you die. Even if you Ice Beam or whatever, you're still gonna get Horn Leeched. Anyways, what else did I really have to fear? Like nothing. And I mainly brought this thing because I knew I could eat a hit, because it's specifically meant to eat up a hit or two from Mega Alakazam and just destroy it with Mega Horn. Because while he does get 105 special defense when he Mega Evolves, he still has doo-doo butt cheeks defense. So my idea was to just, he sends out Alakazam, he Megas it, he does whatever moves he's gonna do. He did Psychic Me and it took me pretty low in the game, in the battle. But at the same time, like, this was specifically meant for his Alakazam, because I knew that I would be able to eat a hit and dish out a lot of damage. And he served his purpose. Really served his purpose. Now for the next Mon, Son Goku, who did nothing. He did nothing in the battle. The only thing he did was land a, Supersonic Strike. I think that's what the Flyinium Z move is. So he only did that. He got Donphan to below half, I think it was. And that was it. That was literally it. And I mean, I really couldn't tell what would happen, what would he do, or anything. He just got destroyed. I brought him just because he had good potential to, destroy some Mons. The Flyinium Z, he could Oko Alakazam. He could take out his Moltres with the Smackdown. The Stealth Rocks was good because once Donphan would have gotten out the picture, I would have just Stealth Rock. And Moltres, because if Moltres ran Defog, But I mean, basically, his whole point in the battle was Nugamon, possibly get another one, and then, do whatever. Like, he didn't really get to see the light of day, and what I wanted to do with him didn't really happen. But I mean, at the end of the day, him eating that fire blast, not eating, like, because he just got destroyed by one hit, but it lets me know a lot more about what to expect in these battles and what to expect from Moltres and certain mons in the sun. So now I gotta keep a lookout for that. But he didn't. Perhaps he'll do better in another battle. But I mean, it is what it is. He got killed. Can't get mad. It is what it is. Now for the next one, Ho-Oh, who didn't get to see the light of day either. Like him, Rayquaza, they never hit the field. Which, I think Ho-Oh may have hit the field. I don't remember. But either way, Ho-Oh didn't have any kills. But I mean, his set is such a douchebag set. And it's just like, what do you do against this? They set up rocks, you defog. They have a mon that doesn't resist or is immune to toxic and doesn't benefit off the toxic. You toxic that mon. What you want to do with some damage? Sacred Fire. You want to stall and just get your, either let the toxic do its work or whatever. Recover. Like this is a douchebag mon. I picked it up because I figured I need a mon that can stall, or because this is Uber, so you can imagine there's a lot of douchebag mons, a lot of stall mons. So I decided to get one of my own because it's one of those things where, especially Ubers, if you don't get a stall mon, it can cost you the game, believe it or not. So I mean, I had brought it on this team because there was no reason not to. Like, wasn't scared of the Greninja, wasn't scared of the Manaphy. The Dolphin was kind of like, but, as you could see, I gave him 204 special defense, 204 defense, and he is a brave nature, if I'm not mistaken. No, impish. It's an impish nature. So, there's no reason not to have brought it, and it most likely would have gotten O-code by a Stone Edge by Donphan. But I didn't really check the damage calc for that. But he could have eaten a hit from Mega Alakazam pretty good too. As you can see, 416 HP, 357 special defense. He was gonna eat a hit. Overall, we'll see what happens with this Ho-Oh. If I don't think I'll give it up. I don't think I'll trade unless someone wants something. Unless someone gives me something really, really, really good, I don't think I'll let go of this Ho-Oh. Now for the next one, Genesect. Now, this is it's a funny set. As you see here, we have the Focus Sash, we have Sticky Web, Liquidation, Magic Coat, Hidden Power, Fire. And as you can see, he's got mixed Like, he's just full on with the attack. But then he's got a slight boost in his special attack. Now, the hidden power fire is mainly because, it's just, it covers certain mons, such and such. Now, with his team, I saw so many advantages into bringing this. We got the Motras, the, what's that thing called? Alakazam, Donphan, Breloom is the reason why I have HP Fire on it, and I believe that's all he had as to why I would want to bring this thing. And I'm not talking from the battle, I'm talking about his team in general. So, I mean, either way, it worked out excellent. Like, to be completely honest, I feel that either Tapu Bulu or Araquanid was the MVP for my team for this battle, because I put in a lot of work, didn't bitch out. Like, I put in some really good work, and Tapu Bulu. But overall, he did his job. He never had to use a focus sash, but he did, set up sticky webs. He set up twice and didn't get penalized for it, which I'm so glad. But, I mean, overall, he did good damage. He took some hits fairly well. And, like, he's just... this Pokemon is great. I honestly never took a liking to it. But he's definitely, like, top 10 favorite Gen 7 mons. Especially for competitive. It's really good. And I'm looking forward to see what else I'll be able to do with him. Now, for my last mon, though, we have Zapdos. And even though I have Tailwind, I never used it. Like, it was a weird thing where I didn't have any buffs for my team, but I nerfed his team speed. But I never had any, like, if he got a speed up, I was screwed for certain things, depending on how I handled it. So, Tailwind was a good choice of a move. However, I feel like this Tailwind is always good. Like, sure, sometimes the situation depends on it, whether you need it or not. But at the same time, it's always good to have in reserve, because Zapdos doesn't really need a crap ton of attacking moves or a big boost in his attack, special attack, because at the end of the day, he's just a really... some people, like, don't see the value in him, and I say, hey, when it comes to the birds, Moltres is probably the best of the first three trio, the legendary trio. But, Zapdos has his strengths as well. And, like, people just crap on Articuno, which is my favorite of the birds, but, that's a whole other story. But yes, the Tailwind was a great move for this team, because the only one that could really get fast and do what he had to do was Rayquaza. So you know, it was good if I needed to rely on it for certain things. Thunderbolt because stab, electric type move. Hidden Power Ice because Breloom, Dawn Fan. You know, the mons that I needed this for. You know, he had mons that I can't Thunderbolt. He could either resist or it was immune. So the HP Ice was a good add to that. And then Roost because, you know, like, why not have Roost? Then I see I had the lefties, good HP, good special attack. You know, it's a typical thing I did here. Typical moveset, typical stats. It's a typical set. And I brought it because mainly his team didn't really frighten me when it came to having flying types, which I know my team is a big rock weakness. And this my actual, like, my whole roster, big rock weakness, and just half of this team was weak to rock. So I'm just happy that I ended up, you know, with the victory and not getting pooped on, you know. But this was my first. I am so sorry if you saw that. This is my first team recap. Team recap. So, you know, I feel like doing the recap or the prep, whatever you want to call it, after the battle is good because I won't, you know, I'll know certain things as to why I picked it, and then, like, I'll know beforehand why I picked it, and then I'll definitely have a confirmation and such as to why I picked it, as to why it was a good pick, and as to what I could have done. But overall, this first battle was fantastic. I was sort of, like, kind of felt pressured because it was my first big Uber League match. Like, I'm not used to doing Ubers. Like, I'm pretty big on VGC, which I might bring to the channel as well. Just typical, like, why, you know, because Pokemon is awesome, and I want to bring more Pokemon to the channel, as well as, you know, other stuff. But anyway, getting off topic, expect to see more prepping videos, or however you want to call it, and definitely expect more battles. This time they will be live, because post-game comm is kind of weird, because I already know what happens, and I can't really, like, it's kind of harder to talk about what I wanted to do. Like, I can't talk about what I wanted to do. Like, my mindset is different because the match is already done. I already know the outcome. But expect more live comms and expect more prep videos with less rambling. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a like. Very much appreciated. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh my gosh, why people... Bye.